At the end of last year, I was in between planners and I went to the Dollar Tree and picked up a notebook. And that is what kind of sparked this whole idea that I have that I want to share with you today. If you are new here, my name is Raylynn. I make homemaking content. I talk about things like routines and cleaning and cooking and baking and all the things. So if that interests you, I would love to have you stick around and subscribe. Okay, so this Homemaker's Notebook, what am I talking about? So I mentioned that I bought this notebook last year at the end of the year, and I was using it for a planner, but I discovered something so much more than just a planner with a to-do list and, you know, what appointments I had. I was writing things down like reflection. I was writing things down like my goals that I had. I was writing things like, I was just writing all kind of things in it. And I looked back on it. And then when I switched to an actual planner at the beginning of the year, just all year I felt like this just isn't working. I don't know, something's missing. And so I've gone back to my notebook. So what I write in this notebook, I'm going to share 5 things with you today that I write in it. And I'm hoping that this will inspire you to get a notebook of your own and kind of do the same thing, because it is so helpful to me. I'm a very goal-oriented person. I like setting goals. I like tracking what I'm doing. And so if that is your thing as well, I think this is going to be perfect for you. So the first thing that you can keep track of, obviously, are your goals. If you set goals for yourself for the year, this is an easy way to track how you're doing. Are you staying on track? Are you reaching the things that you're trying to reach? Or do you need to tweak some things? Whatever the case is, it's just an awesome way to be able to track your goals. Another thing that you can track are your routines. Are you trying to implement a new routine? I know routines are so hard for me because my life is constantly changing, I feel like. And so it's just hard for me to stick to one routine. So I like to be able to write down, okay, what am I working on? What routine am I trying to implement? And what are the ways that I can do to make things go a little bit easier? Or what can I implement to make it go a little bit smoother, or whatever the case is? So that's another thing that you can track. Something else is reflection. I've been watching a lot of videos lately on doing self-reflecting, maybe at night, or maybe you get up and you're like, you know, how did yesterday go? But you can write it in your notebook, and it's just a way to keep track of, okay, this is how yesterday went. This is how, you know, a couple days ago went. And you can just look back over the pages and say, okay, I can see here that several days I was distracted. I was on my phone more than I want to be. So that's something I need to work on. Or I want to make more meals from scratch and I haven't really been doing anything to move me toward that goal. Whatever the case is, it's just being able to reflect on what you're working on and what goal you have set and how your days went, and maybe just feeling like, okay, this has given me an overview and now I know these are the things I need to work on. Another thing is notes to yourself. I don't know about y'all, but I struggle so much with remembering things. I am constantly forgetting everything. Maybe somebody told me something and I don't want to forget it. Whatever it is, there's something that I need to remember that maybe just whatever the case is, just anything that I am wanting to remember, because my memory is so bad, I can write it down in this notebook and I can have it and I can go back and look at it. What was I trying to remember? Oh yeah, I wrote it down in my notebook. I don't know about y'all, but I have a really hard time. So I have to make notes to myself all the time, and this just gives me a place for that. The last thing that I want to say is inspiration. Maybe you watch a video and they give you an idea, maybe like this one, and it's like, oh, I love that idea, but I'm not going to remember it. I need to write that down. Or maybe you find a recipe that you really love to make and you're like, I need to make this like twice a week. You can write that down. Or maybe you see something on Pinterest and it's like, oh, I love that idea. You can write that down. There's so many things that you can use this notebook for. I just gave you this little list here. But there's so many other things. And so I just wanted to inspire you today as homemakers, just a way of romanticizing. Maybe that's the word here that I'm looking for. Romanticizing our homemaking and having a notebook to just track all of our homemaking things that we're working toward, all the goals that we're setting for ourselves, all the things that we're trying to accomplish. Just having that notebook just for those things, I think, is something that it can be so helpful. So this is video 1 of a new series that I'm starting called the Keeper of the Home series. I am so excited to talk about all the things. I have so many ideas, and if you haven't already, hit that bell notification so you don't miss out on future videos. I know y'all are going to love them. And also, if you didn't like the way this video was edited, I was just trying something new, and if it was distracting, I'm really sorry. Or if you liked it, definitely let me know. If you didn't like it, let me know. If you did like it, let me know. I was just trying something new, and I would love your feedback on it. Sometimes as a creator, I just want to try new things, but it makes me nervous sometimes because I'm thinking, oh, they're not going to like it. They're going to hate it. So I would love to know if this was too distracting or if you liked it. Just let me know your feedback. So that is it for this video. Lord willing, I will see you on the next one.